All right, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. This is the number one. This is a shout out from my auntie. She said, I love your IG page. I'm liking, I think verbatim, she says, I'm liking your IG page. Keep it up. So this is for Auntie Rose. Thank you so much. I just want to give a shout out to my auntie. Thank you so much for loving me. And not only loving me, but standing in a gap in my mother's permanent absence. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I want to come to you all with a word that you may or may not be familiar with. And I just ended a relationship about 48 hours ago. Just ended it. Just ended it. You know, because there's components that you need in a relationship. One of them is trust. I'm big on trust. Another one I'm big on is loyalty. Down from day one. So I'm big on loyalty. And then, of course, there's communication. When one of three of those things are missing, listen to Coach, you don't have a relationship. You don't have a relationship. The word of the month, this is September, so I'm going to give you a word of the month, and you may be familiar with it or you may not be familiar with it, but narcissists, people that are struggling with narcissistic personality disorder, do it all the time. And I just refuse to have a relationship with people struggling with narcissistic personality disorder. You know, they yell, scream, holler, curse, verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally abusive, and then say, you brought that out of me. What? How does that work? How is an alcoholic going to say you made me an alcoholic? No. Or somebody that curse you out say, oh, you made me curse you out. No. Out of your heart dwelleth the issues of life. So it's in you. It's in you. But the word I want to get to today, you can use it, but people seem to, it's no genre or era, but people are fascinated with this word. And you have to get these people out of your life because it's attached to your past. So help Coach out and comment, share, like, subscribe, do all of that. Follow me. Help me expand, grow. Cash App, Coach Carson Lit, donate, because I need to be able to pay people to do this without me always in my car. So that, you know, and I want to make sure I pay people well, a living wage where they can take care of their families and loved ones. But this is a word I'm gonna share with you right quick, and I'm gonna try to end this right quick. If I don't, just thank you for listening. I really am grateful, and I'm very appreciative for you listening. Slut shaming. And the reason I ended this relationship, because it was just she was verbally toxic. She had anger issues, and she had the audacity to say, I brought out the anger issues in her when I'm silent. I'm silent because I'm against domestic violence. I'm against verbal, emotional toxicity, which I've had women that didn't know how to control themselves. They just, you know, and they always have an excuse. My period on, pardon me for being so up front, you know, but many women have an excuse. My period on, I don't have a uterus. I've had a hysterectomy, so I don't have a uterus. My uterus has cysts. I have polycystic syndrome, and so I'm taking meds for the pains. I've heard it all, and it's an excuse, just like an alcoholic. I ain't no alcoholic. I just don't drink water. This is what? That's what alcoholics will say. All people with severe narcissistic personality disorder always got an excuse. I rape women because my daddy wasn't in my life. Oh, wow. Well, my daddy wasn't in my life, and I've never raped any woman and don't have a rape charge. But you got to get people out of your life. Watch this. That's slut shame. And this is how it starts. They always want to ask you about your past. And if you don't give them an answer to your past, personally, I don't see the relevance in talking about my ex-wife and ex-girlfriends. Y'all help me out. I'm so passionate about now, and because now is all I have. So I don't get the conversation. Well, tell me about your past. what's going on with your past? And if they don't get their answer, this is where the trust is not in the relationship. Because the last relationship, I wasn't verbally abusive, and she felt safe. You know, when a woman spends the night over your house multiple times, she has to feel like she's safe. So, but when you show me you have conducted a background check and issues I've had with my ex, and I've had ex, and I've had issues with ex, many ex I've had issues with, because people just, you know, have experiences. They want to sleep with you, they want to sleep with somebody else, and then when you pull up, you like, oh, who is he? I don't know anyone on this earth. I got frat brothers, frat sisters, biological brothers, biological sisters who's going to keep their calm and their composure, and they come up and they like, well, who is he? And the scene, let me paint the scene. I roll up on one of my ex back in the 90s, and she was already in her Victoria's Secrets when I rolled up. And I'm like, what? I know he was about to put it on her. And I was extremely uncomfortable with that, as any man would be. You pull up on your lady, your wife, your girlfriend, and you see her in a risque outfit, and a man is like, hey, what you need? Anybody gonna be like, whoa, what? You're gonna have to catch yourself. So, but the thing is this, tighten up. I refuse to let any woman or any man on this earth slut shame me about my past. Last time I checked, y'all helped me out. Christ paid the bill. Y'all help me out now. Good, bad, ugly, and different. What anybody did. If they wake up in the morning and 5 dicks falling out their mouth, Christ paid for that. If they were bent over in the back seat of a Corvette, Christ paid for that too. If they had children out of wedlock, Christ paid for that. Are you serious? And the thing with narcissists, at their convenience, they like to throw all that stuff back up in your face. Oh, well, you know what you've done. They always try to make you feel bad about your past. And here's the evil thing I don't like about it. They've done worse. They've done far significantly worse. But the narcissist likes to have something above you. They feel this grandiose, godlike, oh, well, what you did was far much worse than what I've ever done. Like a weed head judging a meth head. Okay? A weed head judging a meth head, or a woman that had children out of wedlock judging a prostitute. That's what a narcissist do. That's what slut shaming is. Oh, well, I remember you in your past, and you're like, well, I didn't share that with you. And they go around gossiping, talking to people. Well, tell me about them. Oh, you know them? Oh, really? Tell me, where did you all meet? And it becomes a gossip, hidden gossip. So there's no trust. If you got to, go to somebody else and find out who Quentin Sharone Carson is. Okay, if you can't wait for me to share it with you, pause and consider. That's if I think you are owed that. Since you're not God, you're not Jesus Christ. I don't owe no woman, no man on this temporary earth anything about my past, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. You didn't die on the cross. So that, I'm going to tell you like my grandma used to say, that's none of your goddamn business. And that's how she said it. May she rest her soul in heaven. That's none of your goddamn business. What I did, who I did it with. I don't think it's relevant. Help me out, guys and girls. Help me out. I don't think my past is relevant. How many women I done slept with, who I done had in the back of the car, what woman gave me trouble, what woman called the police because she felt she was in fear of her life. How you know I wasn't in fear of my life? Just because men are big, or men are big and black, or men are big and sweaty and black, that don't mean we don't have fear. Now you judging us. Oh, big black men, big oily, greasy men don't have no fear. Who told you this? Who told you men don't have nightmares? Men don't have premonitions. Men don't have a fear or something or someone. But still, that ain't none of your goddamn business. So these people are always digging in your past, and if you can't tell them your past, they go and do background checks. Now, pause and consider. I'm a believer in background checks, especially since you have the Tinder swindler. If you go to Netflix, they have the Tinder swindler, a multi-millionaire guy who flies all over the world, and he meets women, and he does a relationship Ponzi scheme. He meets a woman, cries, "Oh, I'm broke." So that woman gives him diamonds, jewelry, and money. Then he takes that diamonds, jewelry, and money, and then dates another woman, gives her a lavish lifestyle, and then tell her, "Oh, I'm broke." So he earns their trust, but then grabs money from them, and he keeps it going to woman, to woman, to another woman, to another woman. That's on Netflix, Tinder Swindler. And then I just read this police report about this guy in federal prison. He swindled $3 million from women that have sent him jewelry, diamonds, money, cash, you name it. So I get the background check, but this is what I don't get. If I'm not verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally confrontational with you, what is the background check you conducting on me for? When you are the one that's cursing, loud, beating on the steering wheel like you've lost your mind, and I'm sitting there incredulously saying, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" That's unattractive to me, to see any woman, especially a college graduate woman, beating on the steering wheel, cursing to the top of her voice, yelling and screaming, and I'm hours away from home and I'm with you. How in God's name you don't think I feel unsafe? How is that? Because I'm big, black, gorgeous, and I'm scared? You put me in a position to say, "Damn, how did I meet you? Where did you come from? Why would you be acting like this?" And then you say, "No, don't bring out the Puerto Rican in me." Stop. People make so many excuses. I've dated other Puerto Rican women. I've dated many women of different cultures, different backgrounds, and they have never, ever in their life, while we were intimate, while we were dating, yell, curse, scream, holler, and act like they were being raped. Excuse me, it has nothing to do with you being Puerto Rican. That's how you are, and you're not gonna blame me or you bring out the ugliness in me. How is that when I don't say anything? I take yoga and meditation, and I've been praying for the last 45 years of my life. So how is it I bring that out in you when, excuse me, that's already in you? Cursing, yelling, screaming, hollering, being an alcoholic, a drug addict, all of that stuff is in you. Nobody in this world can bring it out of you. And I told her, you need to learn to take the blame for yourself. You're a 59-year-old woman. 59-year-old. When are you going to take responsibility for your actions? And I ended the relationship. I don't care if I ever see her again, because I'm disgusted at the mere fact I'm a public figure and people don't know what hell the public figures actually, from Les Brown, who is my mentor. He's like 80, in his early 80s. He has gone through a divorce, and his ex-wife saying all kind of evil things about him, or you'll never be a motivational speaker. And he's been in the top 5 motivational speakers for the last 40 years. Tony Robbins has created an empire based on Les Brown. I mean, Eric Thomas has an empire based on Les Brown. So nobody knows the hell that motivational speakers and inspirational speakers and coaches go through in their private life. And I'm like shocked you would even feel or think you will need to talk to me in such a manner that white supremacist officers, watch this, white cops have pulled me over and said, sir, have a great day. Just be careful on my roads. So y'all be careful of these people that want to know your past, know how many men you done slept with, know what was the outcome, was the police called, how did you get over that? And I'm thinking to myself, none of that is none of your goddamn business. And if you want to know my business, you can start by paying cash for a beach home, and then I'll tell your motherfucking ass everything from kindergarten to 2022 September. I'll tell you everything. But other than that, I don't have no reason to tell nobody on this earth, pardon me, anything about my past, especially since you never went to the cross for my sins. Have a great day, and let everybody know, one, that's none of your goddamn business. And if you lose a friend, you lose a lover, you lose somebody that you trusted and you had confidence in, then guess what?